Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. I have to tell you something really funny. This is the first time I've had a cue card. I've never had a cue card, and I'm thinking Georgette Dante, a woman of many talents. Oh my God! I presume that's the woman sitting next to me. So do you have? Hello, Georgette.
Hello, baby.
How didn't she look lovely?
We both do.
This one is a burlesque dancer, so we're going to give you the first
a long
clue.
time ago.
Well, not that long.
Oh yeah,
Don't you still perform?
Yeah, but I still perform, but I don't do burlesque.
Oh.
I do fire eating, magic, hypnosis.
You know,
belly dancing.
I did a show in Beirut at the Casino de Lebanon in Beirut, and there was a girl that used to. I had a single act as an underwater swimmer, but only me in the underwater swimming act. And then before I had my act came on, she would come on, and she was a fire eater. And I'm like, what is a fire eater? And she had these long sticks, which I know what it is, and you put it in your mouth, and I nearly died. I thought, well, look at burn.
Well, I started doing that when I was about 4 or 5 years old in Ringling Brothers Circus. But I started doing burlesque when I was 12 years
Ringling Brothers
I was
Circus.
born in Ringling Brothers.
They're not funny. I read a whole article about them when they started and all their tours and everything. They were quite. You were 5 years old.
4 or 5 years. I was born in Ringling.
Oh, you
But
were
I started
born
doing
in
fire when I was 4 or 5 years old. I started performing at age 3 as a pretend midget with the washcloth for the boobies and the makeup, black hair, sometimes bleach blonde hair. Started doing burlesque when I was 12 years old.
You did burlesque.
But I stopped when I was 19.
Why?
Because I'm a novelty act. Acrobatics, fire weaving, pickpocketing, hypnosis.
You do pickpocketing?
Oh yeah, I used to do it for real.
Wait a minute. Be careful. I did have some money with me. I got nothing now. Now all I got is a handkerchief.
I'll put something in there. How's that? No, a bullwhip artist, acrobatics, picking 2 men up, one each shoulder.
Two men?
2 men, one each shoulder. Boop boop. In the carnival, in the circus, I put up tour on carnival rides.
I'm flabbergasted, but not really, because I know all about circuses and what they do and what they don't do. But you are starting at such a young age, and she's still doing it, but you're doing different things now.
Well, no, I'm producing and directing.
You're producing and directing movies as of burlesque and
it's going to be a variety of
circus.
different. It's going to be a variety of different entertainment. Before burlesque is concerned, but I stopped taking my clothes off when I was 19. I didn't have to. I'm a novelty act. Acrobatics.
I haven't asked her the question yet. She's asked me already. Okay.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
No, I'm teasing.
Okay.
I was going to ask you about that at such a young age. So you started taking your clothes off and stripping. Being in the business for so long, it probably was just another act to you.
Well, no, my parents had a girl show. Do you know what a girl show is?
No.
In the carnival, back in the days, they had a traveling nightclub. My parents owned a traveling nightclub.
Okay.
And I put up, toured on carnival rides and drove semis. I was 10 years old. So I started doing burlesque in the carnival at 12 years old.
At 12 years old.
12 years old.
Now, what is the actual meaning of a burlesque? I mean, we all think of burlesque and we kind of go, it's a little bit.
No, burlesque.
And it's not.
No, it's not. It's a variety. It's comedians and singers and acrobatics and belly dancers. It's a variety of
and naked women and things like that.
Oh yeah, it's a mixture.
So I think that's where that comes in. It's the naked women part.
But our show seated 1,000 people in the carnival. I had to put it up, tear it down, drive the semi truck to the next town, and get dressed up as a female. And now I'm burlesque.
Well, you are a female, aren't you?
I know, but I dressed it. I'm driving a semi. What I mean is, if you're driving semi trucks and all that, driving semis and carnivals.
Yeah, you put that hat on.
You different hat. Exactly. And that trend. 72.
That's like my leg. I don't know what's up here, but suddenly.
Before we go any further, I got something for you.
What's going on here?
Ta-da-ta-da.
Oh, look at this.
Here.
Oh, I love that. Look, I've got a mask.
Good.
No, wait a second. I've got to make sure it's the right way, because the nose is higher. No, which way? It's this way, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Ta-da!
Sexy. Goes good.
I've become a burlesque dancer with this on. But when you burlesque dance, this is all you wear, nothing else. Oh, let me tell you something. Those days are definitely over.
Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. This is going to be for us.
Hang in a second.
We're going to celebrate now.
Hang in a second.
We're going to celebrate friendship.
I have never had a drink on my set.
You haven't?
So, no.
Well,
now why do we have 2 different glasses?
Well, I'm in too.
No, but they're both different.
Well, yeah, because we're different.
Okay.
You get
This
to
is
open,
for the blondes.
You get to open it.
I'll get to open it. Oh my! This is really. Oh, good job! I could open. I think this was a trick to see if I could open it, but I do have a pretty. Oh, if I get to open it,
Amaretta.
if I get to open it, you get to have a drink of it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're going to have a little drink of it.
Ta-da.
I'll just open a little bit. Oh, this is fun! Hey, this could. What are you doing next week?
The bottle goes home with you.
This bottle.
It's a present to you. I'm not done yet.
Oh my God, so this is my amaretto. Look at this. Ooh. You know this is great over strawberries. You put the strawberries in ice cream and you put the drops of amaretto on it.
Oh,
Delicious.
baby.
So we'll put that there.
Have fun now.
Now wait a sec. Hang in a second.
Oh, we're
Come on.
What are we going to drink?
Cheers, we're going to cheers to the burlesque dancers, and for those that are still out there, and for those that are coming up and still want to do it, and
And
everything
my
else.
circus people, my carnival people.
The circus people, our carnival people, and of course my producer and Lynn and everybody else, and the Peppermill. Well, to the world.
Well, no, wait, before we go, we're also going to drink to AJ.
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 Oh,
AJ.
AJ.
Hi, AJ. She's very dedicated. She loves you so much. She thinks you're the best, which you are.
I try.
We'll drink to that one more time.
I'll drink to that one.
Yeah, baby.
I'll drink to that. Funny, I've got some of these glasses at home.
You better take another one home with you.
The show will never be the same, but we have to carry on.
Now,
Now we've got more things.
now here
Look
we
at
go.
this.
Look at here.
Well, this is your book.
No. I'm in 12 books.
You're
I'm
into
working
it.
on my own book. It's called Hard, Wonderful, Fun Life.
It's
I've
a
had
hard life.
Hard
It's
life.
a hard life. But
wonderful, it's
you
fun.
turned it around
Oh, yes.
to being wonderful and fun.
And now, my friend Dusty Summers, you interviewed her.
Dusty Summers a little while ago.
No, it wasn't until about 3 weeks ago. I
Yeah,
think.
about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Yeah.
And this is my mama.
Okay. I don't know if you can see this, but that's her mother, right
She's
there.
beautiful.
If you can
Delilah
see that.
Dante.
Okay. Oh my
And
goodness.
You're going to love this. Hold on.
She's got it all marked.
And-
Talk about being prepared.
Oh, yeah. And this is me holding 2 people on my shoulders.
Okay. So this is her.
And Dusty, who wrote the book,
That's her with the 2 people on her shoulders.
and that's Dusty on one shoulder.
Amazing. Oh my goodness.
And one of her 18 husbands, she said.
Oh, I sound so stupid. I've only had one. I'm missing 17.
she says, don't-
Where are you all?
She says, don't give me no SA to be no IT. That's why she don't. Anyway, she autographed it.
Yes.
It's for you.
Oh my goodness, all these presents. Oh, I love she doesn't even know I love presents. Thank you so much. Oh, I will gain a lot
I'm
out
in there
of this.
34 times.
Oh, I love it. Look at all this. Look at these women and men and oh my goodness gracious me. This is absolutely amazing. And that's the front of the book. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Actually, it's funny we're doing this and I'm doing it with you. I've always been fascinated with the burlesque of the actual meaning of it, because everybody turns around and says, well, it's a nude women. Well, hang on a second.
No.
Anybody out there, whether they're nude or not nude, they have a talent.
Uh-huh.
And you're portraying that talent you have. And not every woman can get undressed and dance and do that.
Well, back in my days, they had a little bit more of an entertainment.
Yes.
So each performer, they maybe do belly dancing or tap dancing,
Yes.
or jazz dancing or acrobatics like I do as well.
Yes.
Or novelty, which I'm a novelty act.
Oh, well, hey, we're going to have a trick. Am I going to be tricked?
Yeah, you are.
Yes, I am. Oh, look, I
Is it-
love
is
it.
it gonna
Look
go-
at the energy this way. I'm not even going to ask her how old she is, because I know she's 30.
72.
You're
You ready?
79.
Ready?
Hang on a second.
No.
Hey, Steve, did you see where it went?
Here we go. Ask me how I did that.
How did you do it?
Can you keep a secret?
Well, no,
No,
I
but
can't.
can you keep a secret?
I can keep a secret, but we're on television.
So can I.
So we won't say
So
anything.
can I.
So the secret is,
That's it.
it's what you call zip it.
It does. It's my daddy used to say, it's not what you know, it's how you present it.
That's, and it's how you walk into a room, and it's how you talk to people, and how you are.
Mm-hmm.
Either you own it or you don't own it. And always remember one thing: this is the only thing you have. You could have. Do you want? Oh no, we just have one. Thank you.
Yeah.
But this is all you have. We might have all the cars in the world and the money and everything else, but all it is, it ends up with just this body,
It is.
and there's nothing else.
But I totally agree. But 69 years of performing, And I travel 80, 100,000 miles a year. I drive 80, 100,000. I had to buy a brand new car. Never in my life I ever missed a job, ever.
That is
I mean,
amazing.
we're talking about nonstop working, snow, everything you can possibly imagine. Never been fired.
So you're truly dedicated.
Oh, yes.
Well, you're dedicated to how you perform and what you do and how you conduct your life.
I do.
And that's what you present out there.
And-
What has been your most outstanding that you think about all your career? You think about what you did. You think about how. What is the thing that really you went, wow, that was absolutely amazing?
Well, it's not what already happened. Well, I used to wrestle alligators for one thing. And I was once buried on the ground for a week with 102 rattlesnakes.
You buried underground?
Underground in my van. I was about 17, 18 years old in Lafayette, Coachella, Louisiana, for 1 week with 102 rattlesnakes in the van. It had a scope that went down. People could look down at me with this
So you could
rattlesnake.
breathe and everything.
Well, no, the scope went down so people could walk around, look at me down below.
With all these rattlesnakes?
But
So how did you
I
keep
worked
the
it-
rattlesnake?
well, I used
Because a
to- well-
rattlesnake can go through any little hole.
I know it's a van, but it's all fixed ahead of time.
Yes.
But I had 102 of those suckers as well.
Definitely.
Had a lot of marijuana.
You had bad.
No, they did.
Oh,
They were happy. I was happy.
No, wait a minute,
They didn't know why they were happy, but I was happy they
the
were happy.
rattlesnakes had
I-
marijuana?
I just blow smoke. I want to make sure they'll calm down.
What a brilliant idea. I think that's amazing.
Well,
They all got high. Well,
Yeah.
they didn't get high, but they got,
Yeah, well,
they
they
relaxed and
calmed
they
down,
they
yeah.
calmed down.
but I worked with them about 3 months before I actually did it, and I caught most of them myself. You realize the
so
circus.
what made you want to do? Was something else
What?
to do?
No, I worked with
Something different?
I worked with lions and tigers and cougars, snakes.
So there's got to be something in your life or somewhere along the line that you're afraid of.
No. Well, one thing, I don't date.
You don't date.
I haven't dated since 1978.
So are you gay?
No, I just don't date. Period.
You've
They
never-
asked me sometime. A girl asked me one time. She said, "Are you bisexual?" I said, "I'm trisexual. I'll try anything."
Trisexual.
No, I just don't date. Period. I don't need the
Were
psychological.
you ever married?
Yeah, for one time legally
Yes.
for 4 weeks.
Wow, that was
I
a
left
long
him six-
time, was
I-
it?
I
Married
left
for 4 weeks.
Well, I left him 6 times in 4 weeks. He's kicked the door in. He tried to stick a pencil in my throat. I put my brass knuckles on. I broke his nose, his back jaw, 4 ribs, and his ring finger. I want the ring
And
off
then
his
you
finger.
turned around and said, get out of here. He couldn't even
He
walk.
couldn't even
Because he couldn't even walk.
He couldn't even move. So no, I just
Did
don't
he
need.
ever try to come back?
No, we stayed friends up until he passed, which was about 3 years ago.
Okay.
He's a carnival man, heavy duty gambler. All my people show up. I'm the 6th generation on my mother's side, 5th generation on my father's side, and 5th generation. I think that might have got to me. 5th
Well, you
generation.
only have one sip. I had the whole thing.
I don't drink. I drink maybe every 4 or 5 years. I'm not a drinker.
So
But
this
what-
is the 5th year.
But you remember the TV show we did a few weeks ago? And I was drinking the cranberry juice.
Yes.
You thought it was wine.
Yes.
That's why I brought this.
I love it.
No,
She
I
brings it
like my smoke.
You smoke weed then?
Yeah, but not all the time.
You smoke it. But there's a lot of people smoking weed now.
Well,
weed has kind of come into the arena of drink. You remember when alcohol came into the world? Prohibition, when the alcohol
Yep.
started coming in and everybody was against it and we can't have alcohol. But the same thing's happening with weed.
You're gonna love this story. Since you brought the drinking up. Back in my days in the carnival and the circus, but in the carnival mostly, because my parents had a gambling joint, heavy duty gambling.
Yes.
I used to do bootlegging. I'm 5, 6 years old. A man by the name of Danny had little medicine bottles.
With
And
liquor in it.
With liquor in it. And I would sell the alcohol because the carnival games, you're not allowed to get out of the games. You got to stay there and work.
Stay in the game.
You have to stay. So I'd run for coffee and Coke. So I'd take a sandwich, put it between a sandwich, wrap it up, and deliver it. And the guys in the joint was getting drunk, falling out of their joints.
And they would
Little
love it because they would love to have a little drink.
Yeah, well,
And they pretend they're eating the sandwich and they go, I could just see it. They're holding the sandwich with liquor in it.
well, he tried taking a bite.
You take it out of the sandwich and
Yeah.
a little drink of the booze.
When I was about 6, 7 years old, there's a police officer there, and I was standing next to him, and I'm running for coffee and Coke, and also doing pickpocketing, used to for real, at one time. My father had a habitual gambling habit. He gambled all their money away. It just waste people,
Yeah.
the way
So
it
you
is.
never had any
And when the
money, so you had to
policeman there,
pickpocket.
I could
Pickpocket the money
overhear him.
back. You pickpocket the money he lost you one
He'd
back.
go in the G-top and gamble every nickel away. That's what all the carnival people gamble at the end of the night. once they win all the money, they go gamble with one another, and somebody want to win it. And back to the policeman. I'm standing next to him, and I can hear him saying, "I've been a policeman for 35 years, always catching my man." It's me. And I'm standing there listening to him. And then I used to run, I pick the bottles up at the end of the night and go get another quarter for it. And I pick up the midway in the carnival, pick up money up and drop out the carnival rides. And my whole life been working hard. I've been driving a
So
car.
the whole life you've been making money too?
Know how. I know how.
You know how to make money?
I know. And
Whether it's
everything
the honest way or not the honest way.
Well, those days passed. When I
Those-
stopped doing all that stuff, I was about 19 years old.
Yeah.
I stopped taking my clothes off when I was 19 because I had a novelty act.
Yes.
It didn't fit with me.
See, it's fascinating when we see people, we walk past them, we see them, we interview them, we do all this stuff. We really don't understand sometimes. I'm so fortunate and so lucky to understand so many people's business and what they do and how they do it. And you are really very, very unique. And he even brings the wine and everything, and presents and
writer.
books and things. And she brought me the cue card, and I've got to keep this, frame my first cue card ever. And so to me, it's amazing. So now, when you grow up, what are you going to do?
I don't plan on growing up.
Oh,
You
you
know what?
plan on
I don't
growing
plan on it. I have a 16-year-old attitude, but I got 500 years of wisdom.
So what's your
I have an
next-
attitude
so
of
what
the
you gonna do?
60-year-old.
So do you still drive?
Oh, are you
trucks?
serious? Oh, no, I can if I need to, but I don't.
But you don't have to.
I've been driving semis since I was 10.
Since you were
Been
10.
driving cars since I was 6 years old. In the car, my mother would follow the semi trucks in little hick towns. They didn't have freeways like you do now.
No.
She'd go to sleep against the window, and I'd reach over and grab the steering wheel. After about 2 years of catching me doing that, beating the highways, driving hundreds and thousands.
How did you get your little feet to the pedals?
Let me tell you what happened. She took a wooden Coke case back in the days.
Yeah.
The wooden Coke you put Cokes
Yes,
in.
yeah.
Put it on the seat. Put a pillow. Put me on top of the seat with the makeup, a piece of a wig here, a scarf, big earrings, a lot of lipstick, and a crutch. And I hit the gas, hit the brakes.
Oh, you had a thing that you could...
A crutch.
A crutch?
Yeah.
That
Hit
you could
the
hit?
gas, hit the brake, following the semi truck. But before that, I'd just reach over real hard, and with my feet before I start driving, and I could be able to do the drive.
Eventually you got your feet
But then
there.
now I'm on the seat. So then later I was driving semis.
I've
always worked 18 hours a day.
So this woman is absolutely amazing. I wish we had more time for her because I love her stories. I love all my gifts. I love the presents, everything you've done. You are a remarkable woman. I hope out there now you'll understand a little bit more about the burlesque dancers. It was more of a variety act than it was, everybody thinks it's of naked women doing all these crazy things. And that's not so.
No,
Not at all.
No.
So I think maybe we could understand it a little better and sort of, appreciate it because every one of us in the entire world does something.
Let me say something real quick before we go. Jimmy McDonough, he did a documentary on my life.
Yes.
It's 3 hours long.
Wow.
It's 20,000 words, 300 pictures. It's about my life story.
So where can we see that?
It's on my Facebook.
Okay, where can...
Georgette Dante.
Georgette Dante.
Georgette Dante on Facebook, but I got two sites. But Jimmy McDonough, I'm going to be in another book too. He's writing a book about June and Ron Warman, who produced it. The first movie I was in,
Yes.
Monster and the Stripper, I was a star in it. With the fire eating and the
the
acrobat.
fire-
Oh, and the DVD I just gave you?
Oh, no you didn't.
I didn't give you the DVD?
His hair there.
Ah, you get that one too.
I got the DVD.
It's 3 hours. It's 3 hours and 20 minutes long.
I'm going to definitely watch
It's got
this.
the movie at the end.
I'm going to
I'm the
definitely
star in the
watch
movie.
this, Georgette, because I think this is an amazing woman. I love to have people like this on because she certainly hasn't wasted 1 minute of her life at all.
No.
You're just amazing. And the movie, incredible. The people you've met, probably, you've met everybody in the world.
Oh yeah, Bob Hope, Buddy Hackett, Joey Bishop, Chubby Checker, Fats Domino. We stayed friends up to the end. Chubby Checker's the only last one I got still living.
Chubby
Bob Hope-
Checker's still
oh, yeah.
living?
Oh yeah, it looks good.
Yeah?
He still performs here in Las Vegas once a year.
Chubby Checker, remember Chubby Checker? He was a singer.
No, he still is. He still performs.
Chubby
He
Checker,
looks
good
better than he
Lord.
ever has.
I've got to get him on the
He
show.
lost. Oh
Get
yes,
him on the show.
He's in right outside New York City. We can do it. I'll get him.
You get him to come to Vegas and we'll
Well,
get
can we do
Chubby
it? Can we
Checker.
do it on your other
Yes,
show?
we can, absolutely, yes.
Yeah,
That's
on-
more
on-
of a teaching show, though. But we
know.
can have him on.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can teach the kids out there a little bit. Anyway, we've got to close out because my producer is saying, Nina, we've got another guest coming on. But you, Georgette, has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the time and the
Thank you.
effort and all my gifts. I love it. Thank you. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon. If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe. Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.